Hello, in this tutorial I'm going to show you quickly how to start up this system and get it going. So first step here, we're going to open a command prompt. So just CMD in Windows, we're going to type ipconfig. Okay, and we're going to look here for IPv4 address. That's our local address on the network. We're going to need this. So we're going to take that address and we're going to put it here in main.py in the host system folder. We're going to put it in api.py at the bottom here. And then we're also going to have to put it in the runme.ino in each agent folder here, just at the top. And you'll notice we have :3000 at the end, and that's because we're picking port 3000 on the server. For the server, if you want to see output showing the requests going on, you want to uncomment this line of code and comment this line. Using this, it'll put it in the standard Flask debug server launcher. It isn't as fast and can't handle the traffic. But it's there if you need to debug. So next step, we're going to pick which path we want to use. So right now I've got a whole ton of paths here in this XLSX paths folder within host systems. So I'm just going to run test data. Just a simple path. Okay, I'm going to save that. Now if I want to record a video of this going, just basically record the webcam feed, you're going to go into tracker.py. And in the run show frame function, you're going to uncomment our output equals line here. That's going to initialize the file. And then you're going to uncomment this line, which adds frames to the file. So now that we have our address pasted in that couple spots, the next step here, we have to go to our ESPs, which are the Wi-Fi modules on the robots. Make sure you have the correct SSID and password on them. I'm just using the router that you're going to have. Unless you change the network settings, this should be fine, but if you do change the password or the SSID, make sure you change it for each robot. So let's start the system. First step, we're going to open an integrated terminal in api.py. I'm just using VS Code here to get terminals going. If you're just using File Explorer and you're just going to open a terminal, you can do that. Just change directory into API folder here. Just going to run Python api.py. That is going to launch our server. And as long as we have no output here, it's running. Next, we're going to open another terminal in the host system folder. I'm going to go split screen so we can see both terminals here. I'm going to run Python main.py. Okay, now first question it's asking me, am I using the wide angle lens, which I currently am, so I'm going to use yes. This will load a different calibration file for the camera. If you use the wide angle lens and you have taken it off the camera or it's moved at all on the camera since you last calibrated it, calibration will be wrong and you will not get very good results. So I'd recommend calibrating it again. However, if you're just using the built-in lens on the camera, one calibration should be good forever. Okay, it's going to ask me how often I want them to localize. So basically this is just asking after how many positions it moves, do I want it to update its position with the server? I'm going to set it to 3. That's usually a pretty good number. I have it limited at 5 because you really don't want to go much higher than that. Okay, and now it's asking me which robots are being used. So in this demo, I'm just going to use Agent 1 just to make it a little easier here. So I'm going to type yes for that and then no for 2 and 3. They will accept a Y or an N, capital or lowercase. They will not accept the word yes or no. Okay, give it a second, and then it's going to start up the webcam. So here you see we have our position estimate for the robot 1, position estimate for robot 2, and position estimate for robot 3. When you open up our webcam feed here, you can see this is our robot 1, and then this is our origin. Now it's time to turn on the robot. Now the robot's going to wait a couple seconds so that the ESP powers up first. And then it's going to try to move to its first position. Then it's going to execute the path. This path just has to go in a straight line. Okay, it's done. It's going to wait. I think the timer on it until it starts doing anything again is 8 minutes. So you got plenty of time if you just want to leave it on. Now, if we had a bad estimate of our origin here, say this blue line where the axis wasn't lined up correct at all, then what's going to happen is we're going to get bad data out here for our position estimates. So you just click into this window and you hold R, and it'll refresh the position of the origin. Okay. Now, if we want to exit out our main.py script, we just again click into this window, hit Q. You see we've terminated this. Now to close the server, we just hit Control C. And that is how you operate the system.